This house was 3D printed in a week, partly from waste, including material from old, demolished buildings. And this is the world's first 3D printed community. 2 houses have already been printed, with 50 planned in total. They will be available to people living on less than $3 a day in a bid to fight homelessness. And the use of printed buildings is now being seen in Europe. Germany just certified a printed house under its national building regulations, paving the way for the planning of a whole 3D printed apartment block in Bavaria. This is all part of the 4th Industrial Revolution, which could bring some major upgrades to your future home and perhaps your body. This is from our sister channel, Digital Engine. This is Wollenhausen, the largest 3D printed building in Europe, with 5 apartments over 3 levels. The printer that made this structure can be operated with just 2 people. It can print at up to a meter per second. The printer that created Wollenhausen and others like it print in concrete. The Vulcan 2 3D printer takes just 24 hours to print a 200-meter house. This printer, called BOD 2, can print 3-story buildings. These flaps deal with the sausage wall problem that otherwise requires finishing by hand. And this printer looks like a sci-fi robot spider. It rapidly spins walls around itself based on your designs before letting itself out through a door. And the Hadrian X can build a house in 3 days. It's mounted on a truck for easy transportation, with bricks moving through a 30-meter telescopic boom. Adhesive is applied and the bricks are laid precisely, constantly adjusting for any wind or vibration. The printer can lay 1,000 bricks an hour. That's around 2 days' work for a human bricklayer. Printed buildings mean major advantages, not only for owners, but also for the environment. This design by Italian company Wasp features an outer shell printed from agricultural waste like straw and rice husks, which are also used for insulation. 3D printed walls allow more flexibility to optimize heat and noise insulation. And Wasp says this building won't need heating or air conditioning, as it naturally maintains a comfortable temperature throughout the year via passive cooling and heating. The total cost of materials for the outer shell is just $1,000. And multiple printers working together can be used to build larger structures. Researchers recently created a soil-based material designed to replace concrete in printed buildings. Soil and plant cellulose can both be sourced from the local area. The aim is to replace concrete, which accounts for up to 8% of all greenhouse gas emissions from human activities. A main ingredient in concrete is cement, and processing cement and then mixing the concrete requires huge amounts of energy, mostly from fossil fuels. And builders must then transport it over long distances. Construction accounts for 39% of all carbon emissions in the world, so more energy-efficient building methods are urgently needed. And 3D printing also promises to cut costs.
Printing a home in 24 hours for half the cost, 50%. That's kind of the overarching goal here at Icon.
And it could help with the rising housing shortage and homelessness crisis in countries like the United States.